Hello, and welcome. Today we explore one of the most respected self-help books of all time, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. First published in 1989, it has sold over 40 million copies. It is not a book of quick tricks. It is about building deep, lasting character from the inside out. So relax, and let's begin. Covey begins with a powerful distinction. Much of modern advice focuses on the personality ethic, quick techniques, charm, and a polished image. But true, lasting effectiveness, he argues, comes from the character ethic, things like integrity, humility, courage, and patience. You cannot fake your way to a great life. You have to build it from the inside out. Central to the book is the idea of paradigms, the mental maps we use to understand the world. We don't see the world as it is, Covey says, we see it as we are. When we want real change, the most powerful move is not to rearrange our circumstances, but to shift the paradigm, the lens through which we see everything. This is the inside-out approach. Covey tells of a quiet Sunday morning on a New York subway. A man boards with his children, who immediately run wild, yelling and grabbing at people. The father just sits there, eyes closed, doing nothing. Annoyed, Covey finally asks him to control his kids. The man looks up softly and says, "Oh, you're right. We just came from the hospital where their mother died about an hour ago. I don't know what to think, and I guess they don't either." In a single sentence, Covey's irritation melted into compassion. Nothing about the scene had changed, except the paradigm. That is the power of how we see. The 7 habits follow a natural path of growth, the maturity continuum. We all begin in dependence, relying on others. The first 3 habits move us to independence, mastering ourselves. The next 3 carry us to interdependence, working powerfully with others. And the 7th habit renews them all. It is a journey from you, to me, to we. Covey defines effectiveness with a simple fable, the goose and the golden eggs. A farmer finds a goose that lays 1 golden egg a day. Greedy for more, he kills the goose to get them all at once and loses everything. Real effectiveness, Covey says, is a balance between production, the golden eggs, the results we want, and production capability, the goose, our health, relationships, and resources that create those results. Push only for results, and you burn out the very thing that produces them. Care for the goose, and the eggs keep coming. Why focus on habits at all? Because, as the old saying Covey loved goes, sow a thought, reap an action, sow an action, reap a habit, sow a habit, reap a character, and sow a character, reap a destiny. Our small, repeated choices quietly become who we are. Part 1 is the private victory, the inner work of self-mastery. Before we can build great relationships with others, Covey says, we must first learn to lead and govern ourselves. These first 3 habits are where it all begins. Habit 1, be proactive. Between what happens to us and how we respond, there is a space, and in that space lies our freedom to choose. Reactive people blame circumstances. Proactive people take responsibility for their own lives. Covey urges us to focus our energy on our circle of influence, the things we can actually affect, rather than wasting it on the circle of concern, the things we cannot control. Covey illustrates this with the story of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist imprisoned in the Nazi death camps. Stripped of everything, tortured and starved, Frankl discovered one freedom no captor could ever take: the freedom to choose his own attitude, his own response, in any circumstance. Between stimulus and response, he realized there is a space, and in that space lies our power and our growth. That space is the very heart of being proactive. Covey says you can hear whether someone is reactive or proactive simply in their language. Reactive people say things like, "There's nothing I can do. That's just the way I am. He makes me so angry." Their words hand their power away to other people and circumstances. Proactive people say, "Let's look at our options. I can choose a different response. I will." The shift may sound small, but the words we use shape how much control we believe we have, and that belief shapes everything we do. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. All things are created twice, Covey says, first in our minds, then in the world. He invites us to imagine our own funeral and ask what we would want others to say about our life. That vision becomes our compass. From it, we write a personal mission statement, a clear declaration of who we want to be and what we value, so our daily choices all point toward what matters most. Covey draws a sharp line between management and leadership. Management is efficiency in climbing the ladder of success. Leadership is making sure the ladder is leaning against the right wall. We can be incredibly busy, incredibly productive, and still be climbing hard toward the wrong destination. Beginning with the end in mind is an act of leadership, pausing first to ask whether this is even the right wall before pouring our lives into the climb. Habit 3. Put first things first. This is where vision becomes action. Covey gives us the time management matrix, dividing our tasks by urgent and important. Most people drown in the urgent, but effective people spend their time in quadrant 2, the important but not urgent: planning, growth, prevention, and relationships. The key is to schedule your priorities, rather than simply prioritizing whatever happens to land on your schedule. To live in quadrant 2, Covey suggests planning weekly rather than daily. First, identify your key roles in life as a parent, a partner, a professional, a friend, and as a person caring for yourself. Then, for each role, choose just 1 or 2 important goals for the week ahead. He compares it to filling a jar. If you place the big rocks in first, the small pebbles and sand still fit around them. But fill it with sand first, and the rocks, the things that matter most, never fit at all. Together, these first 3 habits build the private victory, the foundation of all effectiveness. As Covey reminds us, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Master yourself first, and everything else becomes possible. Part 2 is the public victory, the art of working with others. Having mastered ourselves, we are now ready to build trust, resolve conflict, and create things together that no one could create alone. Underlying all relationships is what Covey calls the emotional bank account. Every act of kindness, honesty, and every promise kept is a deposit that builds trust. Every unkindness, broken promise, or betrayal is a withdrawal. When the balance of trust is high, communication is easy and forgiving. When it runs dry, even small misunderstandings can explode. So we must invest in our relationships, deposit by deposit, long before we need them. Habit 4. Think win-win. Many of us are raised to see life as a competition, where for me to win, you must lose. But Covey calls us to an abundance mentality, the belief that there is plenty of success and happiness to go around. Win-win is a frame of mind that constantly seeks mutual benefit, agreements, and solutions where everyone genuinely comes out ahead. It is the habit of leadership, friendship, and lasting partnership. Covey describes 6 ways people interact: win-lose, lose-win, lose-lose, win, and the best of all, win-win. But he adds a powerful 6th option: win-win or no deal. If we cannot find a solution that benefits us both, we agree, with respect, to make no deal at all, rather than force an outcome that leaves someone resentful. This courage to walk away frees us from manipulation and keeps every agreement we do make built on genuine, mutual good. At the root of win-win lies a deeper choice between 2 ways of seeing the world. The scarcity mentality sees life as a single pie. If you get a bigger slice, there is less left for me, so it struggles to feel happy at others' success. The abundance mentality, by contrast, believes there is plenty out there for everyone, that the pie itself can grow. It lets us celebrate other people's wins instead of resenting them. This quiet inner shift is what makes genuine win-win even possible. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This, Covey says, is the single most important principle of human relations. Most of us listen only with the intent to reply, just waiting for our turn to speak. Instead, we should practice empathic listening, truly seeking to understand the other person's heart and meaning. A skilled doctor diagnoses before prescribing. Only once others feel genuinely understood will they open their hearts to what we have to say. Covey describes 5 levels at which we listen. At the lowest, we are simply ignoring, not really listening at all. Above that, we are pretending, nodding along while our minds wander. Then comes selective listening, hearing only parts, and attentive listening, focusing on the words. But the highest level, the one few people ever practice, is empathic listening. Listening with the genuine intent to understand the other person's heart, to see the world as they see it. That is where real connection begins. Habit 6. Synergize. This is the beautiful result of the habits working together. Synergy means that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, that 1 + 1 can equal 3, or even more. It comes from valuing our differences, our different strengths, views, and experiences, and combining them creatively. Instead of compromise, where everyone gives something up, synergy finds a third way, better than what either side imagined alone. The public victory teaches a quiet truth that runs against our instincts. Strength lies in differences, not in similarities. When we lead with trust, seek to understand, and honor what makes others unique, we unlock a power that no one could ever reach alone. Finally, part 3, and the 7th habit, which makes all the others possible. For if we never stop to renew ourselves, even the best habits will slowly wear down. We must care for the instrument of our own life. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. Imagine a woodcutter sawing for days, growing exhausted, his blade duller by the hour. Asked why he doesn't pause to sharpen it, he says he's too busy sawing. We do the same with our lives. Covey urges us to renew ourselves in 4 dimensions: the body, through exercise and rest; the mind, through learning; the heart, through relationships; and the spirit, through reflection and meaning. This renewal creates an upward spiral of growth. Let's slow down on those 4 dimensions, because together they renew the whole person. The physical, caring for your body through exercise, good food, and rest. The mental, keeping your mind sharp through reading, writing, and learning something new. The social and emotional, investing in deep relationships and practicing empathy. And the spiritual, reconnecting with your values and sense of meaning through reflection, nature, or quiet. Covey says giving even 1 hour a day to these is the single best investment you can make, because it sharpens the person who does everything else. Sharpening the saw is the habit that protects all the others. It reminds us that effectiveness is not about doing more and more, faster and faster, but about staying whole, balanced, and renewed, so that we can keep showing up as our very best selves. And so the 7 habits form a complete path. Be proactive, begin with the end in mind, and put first things first to win the private victory. Think win-win, seek first to understand, and synergize to win the public victory. And sharpen the saw to keep it all alive. It is a journey of character built patiently from the inside out. If you remember just one thing today, let it be this: begin with the end in mind, and put first things first. Decide who you truly want to become, then protect the time to become that person, one deliberate choice at a time. And Covey leaves us with a gentle challenge. To know and not to do, he says, is really not to know. To learn and not to do is really not to learn. These 7 habits are not ideas to admire from a distance. They are practices to live. Pick just one this week and begin. Small, consistent action is where every lasting change is born. And that is the heart of the 7 habits of highly effective people. These are not quick fixes, but lifelong practices that quietly reshape your character and your relationships. If this summary helped you, do read the full book, for its depth rewards a lifetime of revisiting. Thank you for listening, and may you build a life that is effective and deeply meaningful.